the pain of being disliked for being yourself. I want to talk about this because there's a lot of us right now. It's very painful to you right now to be yourself. You don't like it. You really can't stand it, and it doesn't feel good. And I'm not talking about being yourself. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the fact that it don't feel good to be disliked when you ain't did anything wrong. It sometimes it makes you shut down, and it makes you not want to become your greatest. It makes you stay quiet. And then now all of a sudden, you can't get a lot of things done because you so worried about somebody's not liking you, and it's so offensive. I want to talk about this tonight. This is something that's a therapy session worthy. All right. How people don't know you, but you look good and they don't like you. Yeah. You got people right now, you look good and they can't stand you because you look good. They be like, who she thinks she is? She thinks she all that. No, baby, she just got motion. She got a little pressure on her. Now I understand when the women be like, I'm about to kill him tonight. Yeah, I'm about to mess him up with this outfit, girl. Hey, I'm about to mess them up. You do be messing them up because they can't stand you. They don't like you. As soon as you come through the step, and they be like, ugh, look at her thinking she just better than the world. Yeah, this be some real life stuff. I'm so serious. This be some real life stuff. Who she thinks she is coming through here looking all good and stuff. Ooh, I can't stand her. Why do we do this? Because men do the same stuff. Before we get to talking quickly now, because men always quick to say what they not doing and stuff. No, we do this. We do the same exact stuff, bro. It be crazy. We literally do the same stuff. Whoa, I ain't trying to do that. I'm sorry. We literally do the same stuff. But yeah, so that's what I want to talk about tonight. The pain of being disliked for being yourself. If I had to give tonight a subtitle, it would be how to stop shrinking, over-explaining, and questioning yourself just because somebody decided not to like you. This is a real thing, by the way. People go through this every single day. They stop being themselves all because somebody don't like them. I just want to say this. You can't really keep abandoning yourself. Yeah, just to become easier to be accepted by people. You can't keep putting off yourself. No, I say you should wear that dress if you need to. Show them curves, girl. Sometimes you be like, I ain't gonna put no clothes on. I don't want to make nobody get in their feelings. So, hey, they need to get to the gym just like you do. They need to, maybe it's not the gym. Maybe they need to get some style like you do. Yeah, maybe they need to get their game up. This be some real life stuff, and people stop being themselves all because of it. You stop being yourself. Yeah. Tonight, I just want to talk to the people really quickly. I want to talk to the people tonight who have been carrying pain. Yes, pain from being disliked, for being yourself. Sometimes you see this even in a relationship. You see this even in a relationship. It's painful, even when you are trying to be in a relationship, to be yourself in a relationship. Not because you done something terribly. You didn't hurt nobody. You didn't intentionally hurt nobody. You might have hurt them with your good looks. You might have hurt them with your style, but no, not because you're trying to be arrogant. This has nothing to do with pride, but because somewhere along the line, somebody decided that they did not like you. Yeah, this be some real life stuff. This be some real life stuff. And now you keep trying to figure out why. You keep replaying the relationship. You keep replaying the conversation. You think that you think about the moments when people energy change, and it's just like, dang. Yeah, you be asking yourself, you be like, what did I do? Do anybody know what I'm saying tonight? You really be like, what did I do wrong? I don't understand it. I don't know if I said something. Sometimes it really be confusing. You be like, I didn't even say anything wrong. I don't even know what happened. I don't know why they would think I'm like this or that. True story. You be like, I don't know why they like this towards me. I don't really get it. Why do they treat me like I'm the problem? Why do it feel like, they already made up their mind about me? And because you don't understand why they do this, you start questioning yourself. You start shrinking yourself. You start over-explaining why you do certain things and over-explaining why you look so good and why you got to get your hair cut all the time and why you got to, get your hair done all the time. You start over-explaining. You start apologizing for things that you didn't do. You didn't do wrong. And then this is crazy. This is what it is. You be apologizing. You start changing how you talk. Yeah, true story. This thing becomes something so serious, man. It is. Hold on one second. This is bothering me tonight. I'm gonna have to fix this now. Give me 1 second, guys. This is bothering me. There we go. All right. That was bothering me. I had to take this off. I heard a echo. I can't stand that. All right. But yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just had to get this fixed. I can't stand when I hear echo when I'm talking. It bugs me. It's like a bug going off like zzz when I'm talking. I can't stand that. You didn't miss much. We're just now getting started tonight. We're talking about tonight the pain of being disliked because you great. The pain of being disliked because you are a good person. That's what we're talking about tonight. I think this is very important. But when you start doing this and now you questioning yourself, you're like, dang, maybe I should change how I dress. You be like, maybe I should change how I post. Maybe I'm posting wrong on my page and they don't like what I post. Then you start changing how honest you can be. Then you start changing how much of yourself you let people see. Little by little, you become less of yourself to avoid being rejected by people who really don't like you. But tonight we're going to talk about this. Again, if you're just joining, we're talking about the pain of being disliked for being yourself. Yeah. You got to realize that this is a certain kind of pain that comes when you are not rejected because of something you did. This is a different type of pain. You're rejected for people who think they don't really like you just because of who you are. You're rejected for how people perceive you. You're rejected for the confidence they do not understand. See, you walk with a certain confidence about yourself and they don't like it. Yeah, people, they get offended sometimes when people wear shades. Oh, you think you're better than everybody. Well, you put you some shades on. Yeah. Some people they get offended when you just because you got a little perfume on, you got some cologne on. They don't like it. Oh, you think you just better than everybody because you smell good all the time. Just some weird stuff. It be some weird stuff. I'm serious. And people reject you for the weirdest things. You're rejected for boundaries they did not even expect. You're rejected because your personality, they don't know how to control it. You're rejected for the light that you bring, and they don't know how to celebrate you. I'm just saying, and tonight, I just want to help you get free from the need to keep making yourself smaller just because somebody decided not to like you. I want you to drop be yourself. If this is already speaking to you and you've been through something like this in life and you know for a fact that people just don't like you just because, I want you to drop the word be yourself. Be yourself. And this is something I have to remind myself of all the time because there's people right now, they don't like me. And it's okay. I'm still going to be myself. And there's people right now in your family, they don't like you. You ain't did nothing wrong. They just don't like you because of who you are. You got to always remember, God got y'all related, not you. And sometimes it's just in this world, you just got people that just don't like you just because, and you just let them people make it. It don't mean that you change who you are. Now, I want to set the room straight. This is not about being a person who walk around with pride and arrogance. This is, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to tell you to go on in your life and say, I just don't like anybody. I don't care about anybody. This is not about becoming a rude person. Yeah. This is not about refusing accountability. I'm not trying to tell you to ignore correction. No. This has nothing to do with none of that. I'm just saying. Because one of the major things in healing is realizing that in order to heal, healing does not mean you stop checking yourself. That's not what I'm saying. See, maturity does not mean that you don't stop listening. I'm just trying to get something through your head tonight that if you hurt somebody, take responsibility for sure. This is something different. You got to own that. If your behavior created something that, you did wrong, you had a wrong reaction and you had no business doing something, then you correct that. If your attitude, you got a little attitude problem, that's different. That's something in your character that you needs to work on. But that is not what we're talking about tonight. Tonight, we're talking about the pain of being disliked, even when you're trying to be real. The pain of being judged by people who never took time to know you. Now, this is a big thing. This is a really, really big thing that happens. It's painful when people judge you and they don't even know you. It's painful when when they misunderstand you and they already made up a story about you because they don't like you. And people just say, I just don't like this person. I just don't like this person. This be some real life stuff. The pain of being treated like you're the problem because somebody is uncomfortable with your presence. The pain of being disliked for becoming more confident. It's a painful world. Yeah. Painful for being disliked because you have certain boundaries. You have certain standards about yourself. You have a certain class about yourself. Do you know one time I was working in Louisiana as a cable man, and I used to go in homes and I was a real cable man like you see on these TV shows. I knock on your door, they let me in and blah, blah, blah. But I had a supervisor named Matthew. I don't want to say his whole name because I don't want to give him too much credit. I don't want to give him too much credit, But Matt really had a stain. He had a stain about himself. One day, see, I wore my clothes a certain way. I was always clean. The arm was out, my shirts always fit tight, I had to show my shape, I had to look good, but I always looked it professional. And you see me, I always had a belt on, I always talk professional like I owned the business or something. It's just the way that I've always carried myself. Matt called me a monkey one day. Real talk. On my job. I promise this is the absolute truth. The brother called me. He said, you think you all that? You think you all that just because I wore my shirt tucked in and I'm very respectful, very sharp, clean cut. I always had a fade. This before I had hair. I always had a shave. I always had a fade. I always was clean. That's just the way I was. Clean cut, but smell good. You think you all that. And the problem is I made more money than everybody just about in there because, I was making a lot of commission because I was the number one in sales. So I made more money than just about pretty much anybody in there. But the thing is, one day this brother called me a monkey. I could not believe this I'm sitting in his office and everything in me is just really just fighting it back. And I wanted to really like get out of character, but when you're taking care of a family and you need your job, you kind of like bite your tongue. And you just be sitting in the office like, oh boy, you better be glad. I'd be like, God is with you today. This is what I was saying in my mind. I'm like, God is with you today. Because this is not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling, to know that you feel like I'm a monkey because you just don't like me. Didn't want to give me a raise. The pain of being disliked, I'm telling you, is a real issue. It's a real mental issue sometimes. And sometimes you would want to change who you are because people don't like the version of you that is yourself. You want me to ride, you want me to look like all the other cable men. You want me to look raggedy. You want me to look, you want me to come in here rough looking, dirty, like I'm a car mechanic or something. That ain't me. I gotta look sharp. That ain't me. I bet them boys were saying why he ain't never, when he come in here, he ain't never dirty at all. I'm just saying, we gotta climb up on the houses. I gotta put a suit on. I'm just saying. But this is real life. This is what happened to me. Didn't want to give me a raise. I had to fight for a raise. And I was like the number 2, 3, I was the top 3 tech in the office. This thing got so bad, right? It got so bad where I was getting ready to sue the company. This is big. This is real. This is real deal. This is serious business. So I got ready to sue the company, right? And before it got really serious, I said, you know what? I'm going to go talk to the GM. Went to talk to the GM and the GM was like, Mark, I can't believe this is happening to you. And they jumped on my side because I made these people so much money. You can't lose a brother like me because you just don't like me. Do you know these people gave me a crazy raise? I got a crazy raise. I'm talking about something that you wouldn't even imagine. And then they took me out of the field and gave me a whole different position over him. When you talk about favor, but this happens. I went through this in my life with somebody who did not like me. They wanted me to stop being me to be something else because they didn't like me. I wasn't too fond of their jokes. I wasn't in their crowd. I didn't hang with them. I wasn't a part of their clique. I had my own clique. But they didn't like me. I wasn't easy to control. And this is what happens in real life today. You are walking around sometimes in your family, your friends, and when people can't control you, they don't know you, they feel like you feel like you up against them or you got one up on them. This can become a painful thing to you because now you're walking around and it's like, man, I can't even be myself. Tonight we're making a distinction. There's a difference between conviction and confusion. See, conviction says, I need to grow. Confusion says, I need to become whatever they want me to be so they stop rejecting me. That's confusion. This is some really good stuff. There's a difference between accountability and self-abandonment. You don't believe me, right? Well, keep listening. Accountability says, let me look at my behavior. Is there really something that I've been doing or something that just don't look right? Self-abandonment says, let me erase myself so people can feel more comfortable. I beg to differ. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. There is a difference. There is a difference between being teachable and being controlled by perception. I want you to listen. So you're about to get ready to learn something here in a second. There is a difference between being teachable and being controlled by perception. See, being teachable says, I can learn. Show me what I need to do. I can get it. Being controlled by perception says, I cannot be okay unless everybody likes me. Did you just hear what I just said? When you control by perception, you might be learning something right now about yourself right now. You might be learning something right now. You may be controlled by perception. That means you say things like, I cannot be okay unless everybody likes me. I just might have just taught you something. You might need to write that down. See, tonight, we're not removing your ability to grow. We're removing the prison of needing everybody to approve of you before you could be yourself. You don't need everybody's approval. I can't stand working with people who say, I got to get everybody's approval before I can do some work. I can't stand it. You don't need everybody's approval before you can be yourself. Write this down real quick. This is some powerful things tonight I want to talk about because write this down. You can check your character without questioning your entire identity. Write that down. We learning tonight. We on here Friday night and we learning. This is what we doing tonight. Tonight we are learning some things tonight. Yeah. Take a moment, tap that screen, give me 30 seconds. We should have already been at 100K. We're about 10K from it, but do me a favor, tap that screen for me if you would. Yeah. 100K right before 30 minutes. That's impressive. That's impressive. You know, we getting close to the 10 minutes, 100K. We getting close. We getting close. Take a moment and share this live tonight. We may reach somebody that need to hear something positive. We will definitely sending out positive energy tonight all over TikTok. That's what we're doing tonight. And I'm so happy to be here. I've been missing a lot of Friday nights, but look, I'm here tonight. Write this down. You can check your character without questioning your entire identity. Drop the word self-worth. Yeah, drop the word self-worth. If you believe that you're worth something, if you believe that your identity, who you are and what you've called to be, if you believe that you are something, I want you to drop the word self-worth. Yeah, some people really don't believe that they're anything. I hope that ain't you. I hope that ain't you. Because that would be, I'm just saying, I hope that ain't you. Drop the word self-worth. I just want to know who believe that there's somebody tonight, because this is something major. This is something major. But when we talk about the real pain, when we talk about the real pain, okay? When we talk about the real pain, it gets deeper than that. See, the real pain is not just that somebody does not like you. That's not it. That's not it. That's not the real pain. The real pain is not even understanding why they don't like you. That's because if you knew you did something wrong, you could deal with that. You understand what I'm saying? If you knew you did something to offend people, you could apologize and be like, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't know. If you knew that it was a conversation that can be had or that need to be happen, you could try to have it. But sometimes people, they do not like, they do not dislike you because of something you did. Sometimes they simply dislike you because of something they decided. They decided you was too much. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. They look at you and say, you too much. They decided you were fake. They don't even know you, but they say you fake. Now, let's be honest. How many people that you didn't like and you called them fake? I know I did. I called some people. This is for me too, because I was on the other side of this. At one point in my time, if I ain't like you, I'd be like, you fake. I can't stand you. Don't let it be somebody on the internet that's popping, and they do something like I do. I'll be like, yeah, they ain't about nothing, Sometimes they be, sometimes you just be hating. Yeah, I mean, we gotta be honest. We gotta be honest now. Sometimes we just be hating on folk. Sometimes it ain't even really about not liking them. We just be hating sometimes. I don't know why why do we do this? This is a problem. This is a problem. But yeah, I'm talking about people who decided that you was fake though. And these be sometimes your real family members, your cousins, your aunties, your uncles, your people you lay next to. They decided you were arrogant. Yeah, because they didn't know all of you. They decided that you thought you was better. Or maybe it may be a friend of the family, somebody that just knew of you. They decided that you was different, and they decided that you was too difficult. They decided that you was a threat. They even decided you made them uncomfortable. People be like, don't bring this person around me. Yeah, don't bring this person around me. And because they decided that, they started treating you, they started treating you like the version of you they created in their mind. And that is why it hurts. Being punished for a version of you that is not even real. They don't even know you. They treat you coldly because of an assumption of what they think you are. That is not a good feeling. Being left out because of jealousy. Many of us, you wonder why they don't invite you to the parties. They don't invite you to the, to the get-togethers. They say, no, I ain't gonna reach out. Sometimes being left out because of jealousy is a real thing. Being talked about because of a projection. Let me back up a minute. How many people don't get invited to this barbecue or this family event because somebody is jealous of you? Because when you come around, you may draw a little bit too much attention. How many people can say that sometimes you don't get invited? They don't invite you. They didn't forget to invite you. No, they didn't forget to. I don't know who told you that they forgot to invite. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. I promise you that's not the truth. That's not the truth. You didn't get invited because somebody there didn't like you. I'm just telling you the truth. They talked about it. They talked about when they put all the names together, and they put all the names together, put it in the pot, and they say, who we got coming, girl? We gonna bring them, and like, no, we not bringing her though. I can't stand her. Why you can't stand her? I thought she was good now, because I can't stand her. She just thinks she Yeah, this sounds about right. Being disliked because of what somebody heard. Now, this is a big one. People lie all the time. And one of the painful things in life that you have to learn to process as an adult, and you have to learn to process this, right? That there's going to be people in your life who literally, they heard something about you that's not true. They never even experienced you. They don't even know you. All of a sudden, they don't like you because of something they heard. It could have been a real false story. That is painful, isn't it? Being judged from you being judged from a distance by people who never sat close to you to even understand your heart. Now, this happens in a lot of relationships. You break up, people don't even know you. They don't even know which one of you is the devil. And the one that's the real devil goes around lying on the one that ain't. And you think that that's not offensive, or you think that don't hurt the person that's not? Oh, it hurt them. Because it's a painful thing to be disliked by people you've never done anything to. You didn't do anything to those people. You didn't even do anything to that people. That's just a liar, a narcissist, and a manipulator that's manipulating people to believe something that's true that's not true about you. And that can become that can become painful. How many people on this call have ever been through things like that? If you've been through something like that, type the word me. I just want to know if you've been through, somebody didn't like you because of a lie somebody said about you that wasn't true. There's a lot of me's tonight. There's a lot of me's tonight. I'm just saying, it's a lot of me's on here tonight, and we talking about something tonight that's serious. Being judged from a distance by people who never even sat close to you. They don't know your heart. They don't know your mind, your spirit. And when you are a person who cares, I don't care what you say, man, that hurts. You feel bad inside. It's like I want to free myself. I want to let the world know what they said is not true. I feel bad. I don't like it. Because this story they painting of me is not who I am. And it hurts. Because you start trying to fix their perception. You start trying to prove you. Yeah. You keep trying to prove yourself and that you are not what they think. Well, sometimes you take to Facebook and you vent. You go to Instagram and you vent, and you try to get everybody on your side. But I want to tell you, it's not even worth it. You try to start showing people them. You try to start showing them your heart and explain your intentions, and you start trying to become less intimidating and less visible now, and less confident, less expressive, and less honest. This thing can become a danger in your life. And it's like now, it's like their dislike is not just affecting how they treat you. Their dislike is starting to affect how you treat yourself. Now, this is something big. I want you to pay close attention to this. Write this down. You cannot keep putting yourself on trial every time somebody misunderstands you. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. Every time somebody misunderstands you, you put yourself on trial. No. I want you to comment the word no more. We can't keep doing that. No more shrinking. If you're done shrinking because of people's opinions, you just got to let your fruit talk. That's what you got to do. You got to let your fruit talk. Yeah. You got to let your fruit talk. I want to tell you something psychologically that I want you to think about. Slow this down a little bit. There's a lot of people, you're not hurt by rejection by itself. No. You're hurt by what rejection makes them believe about themselves. Now you're trying to figure out this rejection has me thinking something about me on the inside. And when somebody does not like you, your mind, it starts looking for evidence. Well, let me see if it's real. Let me see what they're saying. And you start looking for evidence. Well, do I do this? Do I do that? Do I do this? You start asking, like, was I too loud or something? Or was I too quiet? Was I too confident? Was I too honest? Was I being too happy? Did I talk about money too much around them, you know? How many people have had that thought? I know I've had that thought. I'd be like, man, well, maybe I shouldn't have been talking about money. I just, maybe they don't like me because I was just talking about a little bit too much money in front of them. And maybe I might have said something and they might have been like, oh, this person think they, and this is a sidebar. Sometimes you can't talk about money too loud. Now, that ain't got nothing to do with shrinking. That got something to do with a little emotional intelligence. Because some people, when they broke down, want to hear nothing about your blessings. Let me say that real clearly. I want to really, this is a sidebar, okay? This is a sidebar. This is just an extra nugget, okay? Because sometimes we be asking ourselves, was we too happy? Was I too expressive? Is I'm too successful? Sometimes in some situations, if somebody going through, they broke and all of this, don't come around them talking about, man, thank God I just got blessed with another $1,000. Yeah, I just got blessed with another. I just got another check just showed up in the mail. Don't nobody want to hear that. When they struggling and they trying to pay ends meet, they ain't trying to hear about that. Don't. I'm just saying, I know sometimes just a little emotional intelligence sometimes. That's all, It's now sometimes you can be, because, they'll be feeling like you bragging and, but you really ain't no bragging. You really sometimes just be honestly thanking God. You bragging on God. So I had to learn, I can't talk about that around some people. I can't talk about the wins around some people, especially if I know that they not really stable, mentally, emotionally, and they're going through something heavy, and I can't help them because I'm not finna give them no free money. I'm not gonna talk about it. I had to learn that over the years. Because I ain't gonna lie. When I was broke, when I was younger and I was broke, don't come around me talking about, you got a check coming from this place, you got a check coming from this place. If I ain't getting none of it, why you telling me for? Woo! If you ain't blessing me, what we talking about? I'm just saying, what we talking about? If you ain't blessing me, I don't want to know about this no more. But back to the topic. Sometimes when people don't like you and you start observing yourself, you be like, dang, is I'm not enough or something? Well, because see, your brain, it start wanting answers. This is what happens. Your brain, it want answers. And sometimes it will create one, even if the answer is not true. Did you just hear what I just said? That your mind will begin to create answers, even if it's not true. You become delusional about what you think. And this is just because your mind is trying to find. This is why rejection can be so dangerous. Rejection is dangerous to your identity. Rejection. And as a leader and as a grown person and as a person who's growing, you have to really listen to what I'm saying. Rejection, it can be dangerous to your identity, because if you are not grounded, somebody dislike can become your mirror. Did you just hear what I just said? You'll start seeing yourself through the eyes of people who never saw you correctly. I don't know how this happens, it just does. You start letting their coldness define your worth. You start letting their distance define your value. You start letting their gossip define your character. Yes. You start letting their rejection define your identity. And that is how people become people pleasers. I just gave you the game. Do anybody know any people pleasers? Yeah, I know a whole bunch of them. People pleasers. Can't stand them. People you just want to be people. I'm talking about the people pleasers that keep up the mess in the communities. They just want to please. They the people pleasers. I do whatever you say just to be a part of your clique, and I'm gonna keep up the most mess, and I'm gonna report back to you the most critical things. People pleasers. People pleasers have lost their way because of this. I'm just saying this is because you're so worried about people not liking you. Ain't got nothing to do with you being weak. It's just because at some point being disliked, it felt unsafe. And because it felt unsafe, you told yourself, I need to be a people pleaser because that's the only way I can feel safe. At some point, rejection to you, it felt like danger. It felt like somebody's disapproval that made you feel like you had to perform to belong. Do anybody know what I'm talking about tonight? Have you ever had to perform to feel like you belonged? You had to do something that you didn't want to do that wasn't you just to belong. So now you walk into rooms now, scanning the room. Who likes me? Soon as you get in there, who's weird? You ever meet somebody talking about they always say things like, oh, take me there because I can scan the room. Most people that say that, they be people pleasers. And if they not, they've been the people pleaser before. I'm just saying. You walk in the room and now you're scanning the room. Who likes me? I want to look in here to see who acting weird and who is not speaking. Who's looking at me funny? Who changed their tone? Who did I upset? Who do I need to fix? And before they even get to be present in the room, they are managing the perception of what people think about them. Before they can be present in the room, they are already managing different perceptions. See, when you can walk in confidence and just walk in you could just literally be you and enjoy your presence. And people, you get to bless people with your presence. Do you know when you're walking in the room and you're trying to manage everybody's perceptions, that is exhausting. It is exhausting. Yeah. To keep trying to be acceptable to people who may have already decided not to accept you, that is exhausting. It is. It's exhausting. To keep living like your peace depends on everybody. I'm just saying. Your peace depends on everybody's opinion of you. Write this down real quick. Write this down. You are not responsible for every version of you that exists in somebody else's mind. I had to learn, I don't really care what you think about me. Only thing I care about is if I'm doing good, if I'm producing fruit. First off, if God is okay, if he feels good about me, that's really all that I care about now. Because when you find yourself caring about just too much, too many people's opinion, every version, do you know that there is a different version of you in everybody's mind? Everybody see you different. You may feel like they see you the same, but everybody have their own perception of you. I'm just saying. You don't believe me? Separate your kids. And you ask them what they think about. They may be able to get some traits right. They may be able to talk like you. But if you talk, just keep listening. Each one of your kids, they perceive you differently. I don't know how it works like that. It just works like that. They have a different version of you in their mind. See, so sometimes you see mama as the loving one. But you can have another child that say, "Nah, my mama ain't nothing but the devil. I can't stand her." I'm just saying, it just is what it is. Yeah, I'm just saying it is what it is. I want you to think about something. I want you to think about this real quick. In your mind, think about a distorted mirror. Imagine like walking into a room and it's full of mirrors. Have y'all ever walked into a place where it's full of mirrors? So just imagine you're walking into this place full of mirrors. And every mirror in the room is distorted. Every mirror. One mirror, it makes you look smaller than you are. Yeah, one mirror you walk in, it make you look smaller than you are. And then I've said mirror, but one mirror makes you look bigger than you are. Okay, so you got one mirror makes you look small. Y'all know they got them mirrors there, but just imagine they got one that make you look small, one that make you look big, and then they got one that stretches your face. And then they have one mirror in this room of mirrors. It bends your body. Yeah, like when you take the picture, sometimes women they be trying to, bend their body and control. Yeah, but say you got mirrors that can do that, make you look like your shape, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, but so just imagine you got another mirror, it makes you look broken. Okay? And imagine in the same room, there's another mirror that makes you look nothing like yourself. You can't see yourself in this mirror. Now imagine standing in front of one of those mirrors and saying, "Something must be wrong with me." Yeah. Just imagine going to look in one of these mirrors that make you look lopsided, and just imagine you saying, "Dang, something must be wrong with me." So you start adjusting yourself. You start, "Dang, this is weird. Dang, how did this get over here?" You start bending yourself and you start shrinking yourself. You start twisting yourself, changing your posture, changing your face around because this mirror make you look weird. You start trying to become what the mirror is showing you. But the problem is, it was never your body. There was nothing wrong with you. It was just a mirror. This is what happens when you start seeing yourself through people who don't see you clearly. Think about that. Just think about this for a minute. Just think about that for a minute. Now it's gonna hit you in a minute. Just think about this. Just think about it. You walk in a room of mirrors, and all of these mirrors make you look weird. And you try to adjust yourself because you try to fix your body in these mirrors. This is what happens when you start seeing yourself through people who don't see you clearly. Some people in your life right now are distorted mirrors. Their insecurity distorts you. Did you know that people be insecure? And they so insecure, it distorts you. And they insecure about you. You look good. You're sharp. You look powerful. But they're so insecure, it distorts you. They're so jealous. People be jealous of you, don't even know you. It distorts you. Their trauma. Look at you and say, life can't be that good. Life wasn't good for me, so it can't be that good for them. And so it distorts you. Their assumptions, it distorts you. Their gossip. Some people, they are really trained to just talk. That's what they do. It distorts you. Their immaturity, it distorts you. Their bitterness. Their bitterness, maybe from a past relationship, it distorts you. And if you keep looking at yourself through them, you will start trying to fix things about yourself that were never broken. You start to shrink because their mirror of you made you look too big. And many people right now, you hide. You hide because their mirror made you feel too visible. It made you feel too seen. Mark Lee Jr. the Great ain't hiding nothing. We ain't hiding nothing in the TRC. We healing over here. We got greatness. I'm just trying to tell you, if you ain't hiding nothing, I want to know of people tonight who ain't hiding nothing. I ain't hiding nothing. I don't care about none of that. I'm serious. People want you to hide who you is. They want you to apologize. You will be apologizing because their mirror made you feel guilty. Why are you guilty? Because you look good. Why are you guilty? Because you are a great person. Why are you guilty? And then you start apologizing. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm successful. You know, I'm so sorry. What you sorry for? You feel guilty because they don't have what you have. Well, if they do what's right and they work hard, they can get what you got too. So why are you apologizing? Some people you will change because their mirror made you believe being yourself was the problem. Yeah, this is a big thing. Their mirror. But tonight, I need you to hear this. You cannot fix yourself by staring into a distorted mirror. You can't fix yourself by all of these assumptions you think that people think about you. That is not how you fix yourself. Some people's perception of you is not a real reflection. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think they think. Some people's thoughts about you is not the real reflection of you. It's distortion. It's a distorted image. This is why you have to stop asking broken mirrors to show you who you are. Why are you going to people who don't know who you are? And you say, I want to heal and I want to get to the next level. You got to stop asking broken mirrors to show you who you are. People go around and you say, I want to heal, Mark. I really want to heal. Well, why are you going to ask Aunt Betty, who is bitter, about what she think about you? Uncle Tyrone, what? He's broken. He can't see you. Some people are so broken, their perception of you is always going to be broken. Life is broken. This is the trap that we get in sometimes, is we really care what people think about us. You think you care what people think about your divorce. They may think of, especially people who grow up religious. You care about what religious people think about your life. These people don't know you. Most of these mirrors are broken. They're distorted. They have their own imagination. They don't know who you are. They never had a conversation with you. They don't know your heart. They don't know your talent. Those are broken mirrors. Write this down real quick. Write this down. Do not reshape yourself to fit a distorted reflection. Do not reshape yourself to fit a distorted reflection. Please write that down. Do not reshape yourself to fit a distorted reflection. Drop this in the comments. Let them think. I want you to let them think. If you are done letting distorted mirrors define you, write in the comments, let them think. Let them think. You got to let people think. Let them be over there and they can think whatever thought they want to think. You got to be focused on you. You got to be focused on what's going on in your heart, what's going on in your mind, what's going on in your life, not what people think about you. You will catch yourself never healing and always having to relearn and unlearn and relearn things because you kept changing yourself because of the ideas of other people. And this thing is very serious. You can't keep abandoning yourself just to become easier for people to accept. Just think about this. If you have to become less honest to be liked, that is not connection. Think about what I'm saying. If you have to become less honest to be liked, that is not a real connection. If you have to become less confident about who you are to be accepted, that is not safety. If you have to become less expressive to be included, that is not belonging. If you have to become less gifted so people don't feel insecure, that is not a friendship. I gotta act like I don't know how to do something to be around you. Because if I tell you that I know how to do things, you are going to be insecure. That is not a friendship. If you have to become less healed so people can recognize you, that is not love. You mean to tell me you have to become less healed so people can recognize you? That is not love. If you have to become less of yourself so somebody can tolerate you, then what they want is not you. Did you just hear what I just said? You got to become less of yourself for real so somebody can tolerate you. They don't want you. They don't want you. They want a version of you that does not challenge them. If you ever want to know, I'm just serious. This is basic psychology. This is serious. This is basic. This is basic. They want a version of you that don't challenge them. A version of you that does not shine too much. Version of you that just let them just do whatever they want to do because you don't have boundaries. A version of you that does not speak truth. Just be quiet. Version of you that stays easy to control. But let me tell you something about your healing. You say, Mark, I want to reset. I want to heal my finances. I want to heal my way of thinking. I want to heal who I am. I want to heal my identity. I'm trying to get to the next level so that I can really fly high. I have places to go, places to be. I have a special calling and a purpose on my life. Let me tell you something. Your healing cannot be built around becoming acceptable to people who are committed to misunderstanding the real you. Your healing is not getting everybody to like you. Who told you that? You thought your healing is getting everybody to get on your side. That's not healing. That's why when you come to my therapy sessions, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, yeah, he's wrong, you know. Yeah, he's had no. No. That's not what your healing is not getting everybody to like you. True healing, you got some things to do. Your healing is no longer needing their dislike to change you. That is freedom. Freedom is not everybody clapping. I don't know what the world have taught you. I don't know what the music have taught you. I don't know what your aunties and your broken uncles and your broken families and your broken friends, your broken loved ones, and all of these voices, they think that freedom is everybody clapping. Everybody clapping for you. That's not freedom. Freedom is being able to be honest, grounded, teachable, kind, and whole, even when somebody does not receive you. That's freedom. Freedom is saying, look, I can check my heart without hating myself. That's freedom. I can listen without losing myself. That's freedom. I can grow without shrinking myself to fit in with you people. That's freedom. I can be misunderstood and still be at peace. Who cares? That is freedom. I can be disliked and still be valuable. That is freedom. I can be rejected and I can still be who I am. I can still be whole. That is freedom. Many people say, I want to be free, but everybody needs to clap for me. That's not freedom. You got to change your mindset. You got to change that thought. Who told you that everybody clapping for you is freedom? Who told you that? That is a childish way of thinking. There's a lot of people right now, the majority of the people be wrong. The majority of the world is wrong. The majority of what you hear on social media is wrong. So what makes you think the majority of people clapping for you is right? Write this down real quick. Write this down. Write this down. Being disliked does not automatically mean you did something wrong. Write that down. Being disliked does not automatically mean you did something wrong. I want you to drop this word, 3 words for me. I am enough. I just want to know that you remember that you are enough. I want to see that you understand in yourself that you know that you have your own value. Type that, I am enough. I want to see that in the comments. I want everybody right now to just put in the comments, I am enough. I don't care what people think about me. I don't care about their opinions and I don't care about any of that. I am enough. Yeah. I'm going to give you 5 points tonight. These 5 points are going to help you. I want you to go write these down. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Sometimes you have to say this out loud. Sometimes you have to say this when you start coming down on yourself and feeling like you're not worth nothing. You have to tell yourself, I am enough. I don't have to be disliked by you. I don't have to be liked by you. I don't have to know you. Because God is going to give me the tribe that blends with me. He's going to give me the people that works with me, that flow with me, that matches me, the frequencies, the right frequency people that work with me. Everybody don't work together. Everybody don't like the same music. Everybody don't like the same speakers, and everybody don't like the same people. This is life, man. This is life. Point number one. Let's write this down. Point number one. Some people will dislike you without ever truly knowing you. Write this down. First point. Take a moment, share this live with somebody tonight. We are going through these 5 points, and I want somebody, they may come in on one of the points, and one of these points, they may need it. Do me a favor, share this with about 5 people. Take a moment, share this with about 5 people. These points are life-changing. Somebody may need this tonight. Each one of us, we can reach somebody. You know, most of you found me. Some of you have found me because I came across that FYP and you're like, wow, who is this guy? And you've been here ever since. Yeah. Point number one. Some people will dislike you without ever truly knowing you. This is our first point. And this is hard to accept. This first point is very hard to accept. It's like, why would they not like me? When you are a person with a heart, you want to believe that you want to believe that if people really knew you, they would understand you. Listen to what I'm saying. You're a person with a kind heart. You want to believe that if people knew you, they would understand you. You want to believe that if people really heard your story, they would stop judging you. You really want to believe this. You want to believe that if people really saw your intentions, they would stop treating you like the villain. And sometimes that may be true. Sometimes understanding changes things, but sometimes it don't. Some people, they don't even want to know you. They don't want to know you better. Because knowing you better, it would challenge the story they already told themselves. So they don't want to know you better. It's like, why would I want to know this person better when I've already made it up in my mind about who they is? And they look for it. Sometimes people they strongly committed to their assumption than they are the truth. They would rather believe the things in their mind than they would rather believe the real truth. Some people, it's true, they disliked you before you ever even opened your mouth. They just knew they didn't like you. Some people disliked you because somebody else told them a story about you. Some people don't like you because your confidence is just too high and it bothers them. They tell themselves that you think you better than everybody. Some people, they dislike you because your growth exposed their stagnation. This is some real stuff, and that is painful because you can't fix what they refuse to examine. You can't do nothing about it. You can't heal somebody's assumptions of you. You can't explain yourself out of someone else's projection. You can't do it. You can't force someone to know you. You can't force them to know the real you. when they're more comfortable judging you. Write this down. You cannot heal a version of you that only exists in somebody else's perception. Write that down. You cannot heal a version of you that only exists in somebody else's perception. How can you? It's in their mind. It's in their perception. You can't heal that. It don't exist in your mind. It exists in their mind. Some of you've been trying to heal a version of you that is not even real. You're trying to heal a version of you that is not even real. It is a perception you feel like, or that you heard, or that you've seen from somebody else, and you're trying to heal yourself from something you're not. You've been trying to prove that you're not this arrogant person. You've been trying to prove that you don't, that you're not arrogant and you don't need more confidence. I'm just saying. You've been trying to prove that you ain't fake to people who never gave you your heart. They never gave your heart a fair chance. Why are you trying to prove you're not fake to these people? I'm just saying. You've been trying to prove that you are not the problem to people who need you to be the problem, so they do not have to look at themselves. But you can't keep living your life trying to correct every false version of you. At some point, you have to tell yourself, if you want to misunderstand me, I cannot spend my whole life chasing your understanding. Sometimes you got to tell them, if you made your mind up, okay, bet. Sometimes you just got to tell people, bet. Sometimes you just keep it short, bet. All right, hey, hey, I'm not going to spend my whole life. Why become a prisoner to this? Why become a prisoner to people who never truly knew you? Write this down. Some people have made up their mind about you before they ever made time to know you. True story. True story. Point number two. Point number two. Treating everybody's opinion like evidence. Treating everybody's opinion like evidence about your identity. This is your second point. Stop treating everybody's opinion like evidence about your identity. Everybody opinion like it's evidence. So if they think that you this, you believe that you that because they think you. So they think that you're this naive and then you're this prideful person. So now you believe you're prideful because they think you prideful. So you say you prideful. So stop treating everybody's opinion like evidence about your identity. You know, I want to speak to this real quick. There are some women, it don't matter what clothes you wear, it show your body nice. And people say, you for the streets. And you try to wear the dresses, and that thing be thinking. Them curves be curving. And you tell yourself, you go into defense mode and you start believing this identity because everybody say you this person. And so now you start to believe you this person because you just be thinking. This is some real stuff. I'm serious. This is some real stuff. I can't make this up. This is some real stuff. And you got to stop letting everybody's opinion become your identity. These folks be jealous. I'm just saying, it happened to me and too. He think cock diesel, because he wear a shirt and the shirt kind of show his form a little bit. This is where a lot of us get trapped. Somebody does not like you, and now you start believing their dislike is proof. They don't like you, and so now it's like, dang, maybe I'm not lovable. This person don't like me, so maybe I'm not likable. You think you think there's proof. Somebody, you might say, what, they might feel like you too much. And now you feel like, oh, okay, they feel like I'm too much, so maybe I am too much for people. Maybe I am hard to deal with. Maybe I'm not valuable enough. And then, maybe I'm the problem. They say I'm the problem, so maybe I'm the problem. And then now you think it's enough proof to change everything about yourself. But somebody's opinion is not always evidence. Sometimes it's a projection. Sometimes it's jealousy, insecurity, immaturity. Sometimes it's their trauma, it's their pride. True story. And if you treat every opinion like evidence, you will never have a stable identity. You will become whatever. Now that's what you need to know. This is serious business. If you treat everybody like this, you will never be stable. You will never be stable. Because one person will celebrate you, another person will criticize you. One person will say you are inspiring in this world, and another person will think you are better. One person will say you are strong, another person say you too much. That's how this world is. Just imagine I start doing some lifestyle stuff. You're going to have people saying, oh, look at him. He's this and he's that. Oh, shut up. And one person will say you are honest, another person say you difficult. So if your identity depends on everybody's opinion, you'll spend your whole life changing personalities depending on who room you in. That is not peace. That's survival. That's survival. You need an identity that is deeper than public opinion. You need to know who you are before you walk into the room. You need to know your heart before people misread it. Why don't you know your own intentions before people question them? You got to think about this. If you don't know who you are, people will hand you identities all day. I remember I had a time I went and visited this church, and this false prophet tried to tell me who I was. I said, no, you missing. I'm saying, no, you missing. He was just missing right away. I said, boy, these people gullible around here. You just missing. That ain't me. He started calling out some stuff. Yeah, young man, God called you. He finna call you to come over here and do some work. I said, he ain't called me to come here, sir. Trust me. I don't know what he said, don't you got a close auntie or relative? I said, nope, I ain't got no close. I said, dang, you just missing. You shot, you kept shooting and you kept missing. Yeah, you kept missing because I know who I am. I'm not finna sit here and try to be like, what is he? I'm not finna sit here and be like, maybe he might be right. No, you're wrong. I'm just saying, you got to know who you are because if not, people just hand you and tell you who they think you is. That's not a good place to be in your life. They ain't gonna tell me, yeah, you been called to come over. I ain't been called to come over here and work. Yeah, he said you're gonna do this, and I'm gonna do some powerful things. And you see the glory on me. Yeah, I know you see the spirit of him, but what you're saying that's false. You on the wrong side, sir. You on the wrong side. Get on the right side and get on and you won't miss. You on the wrong side, you're missing. I'm just saying. Sometimes people, you do this because you are afraid of who somebody is. I don't care if you call yourself. People be missing all day. Prophets, if people call themselves prophets, they be missing all day. You know, Lord said, you know, he said this. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that about myself. Praise God. Yeah, really. Oh. I be acting so sometimes I be laughing, boy. Sometimes I be like, no, he ain't told me that. I don't know. That's false. I don't know. You saying some things though. You saying some things, but it ain't true. Woo! I say you missing a whole bunch. You miss me. I'll never be back. I never went back to that church again. I had another dude prophesying over my life. God said you're going to be a millionaire in 3 days. I said, what? No, 3 months. Boy, them 3 months came by. I said, now, is this heaven time? Or is this heaven time, nighttime, or daytime? Which one is it going to be? Because I need to know. Because we don't even know if it's heaven time, 3 months in heaven, we going to be out of here by that time. Because, it's no time up there. So what time it is? Because if it's 3 months past, 3 years passed by, I wasn't rich. 3 months, at 3 years, I said, boy, you just missing, boy. You people, I'm trying to tell you, you got to know who you is. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Write this down real quick. Write this down. Somebody's inability to see your value does not become proof that you don't have any. Yeah. Just because they can't see it don't mean that you're not valuable. Yeah. True story. Point number three. Do not shrink yourself to make rejection hurt less. Don't shrink yourself to make rejection hurt less. Don't shrink yourself to make rejection hurt less. Now, this one is deep because when people reject you, the natural response is for you to adjust. You start thinking to yourself, well, maybe if I talk less, they will like me more. Maybe if I dress differently, they will accept me. Yeah. Maybe if I hide my confidence and, they'll feel safe around me. Maybe if I stop posting, they'll stop judging me. People be judging. They really do. They really do. They be judging. Yep, from what you post on your social media. Now, if you be posting some crazy stuff now, it is what it is, Sometimes people tell their whole life story when they be posting. I'm just saying. And if you being you though. Some people be like, maybe if I don't speak up, they'll stop calling me difficult. Maybe if I become less emotional, less honest, less passionate, less gifted, the problem wouldn't be me. I want to tell you this though. Every time you shrink yourself to be accepted, you teach yourself that belonging requires you to abandon yourself. I'm not telling you that sometimes in life we need to adjust certain things and things in our life when we're growing. I'm talking about the things that you do that's not wrong. It's you. There's nothing wrong with it. You shrink yourself to be accepted around people. You teach yourself that abandoning yourself is the right thing to do. And that's dangerous. Because now you are in danger of spending years being somebody you're really not, only to fit in with a few people. I'm just saying. I want you to think about that. That's very important. That is not healing. That's hiding. And many people, you spend real years hiding. I ain't trying to hide nothing. You know, we only live this life one time, and we got to get it right now. we got to get it right now. There are people right now who are loved for a version of them that is not even real. There's people right now who is accepted because they never say what they really think. That's the only reason they accept you into this clique, into this people, because you never really talk. Some people, you're included because you are a yes man. You ain't got no boundaries. Everything they tell you, you say yes. Yes. Yeah, girl, yeah. This is some real stuff to think about. Some people you'll like because you keep performing. You always putting on a show. And if you don't put on a show, people don't like you that much. But deep down, you be exhausted. And that takes energy to keep pretending, to keep putting on all these people, all these different personalities just to be accepted with people. It takes energy to keep managing these type of perceptions. Yeah. True story. Write this down. Write this down. Every time you become less of yourself to be accepted, you teach yourself that belonging requires self-abandonment. Don't forget that. Some of you've been abandoning yourself quietly lately. You don't stop laughing too much. You can't have fun no more. You stop dressing how you like to dress. There was nothing wrong with the way you dress, but you stopped showing out. You stopped killing them, girl. Yeah, you used to kill them. I remember I used to kill them. Now it's like, I can't even get style no more. I can't get stylish no more, because if I put that on, they, Sister Mary, them ain't gonna like it, because it is a little, it's a little bedazzled. Yeah, man, it's long though, it's respectable, but it show my shape, girl. If I show my shape, they ain't gonna let me sing in the choir no more. Yeah, they ain't gonna let me sing in the choir no more, because I'm showing shape, but I ain't sinning though. Yeah, because they in their 70s and 80s. They like to, they like to wear the skirts. I mean, the way down there, and like no super big, no style, because they ain't got it no more. But in their younger days, they were dressing free. But they want to judge us because we young and we want to, show up a little bit. We still modest. Why is that? Mother them be like, girl, don't be doing this. But mother, what was y'all doing? And how was y'all dressing when y'all was about? Don't get me started. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Yeah. Stop speaking up for yourself, and you stop sharing your ideas, and you stop taking up space, and you stop celebrating wins, and you stop all of this stuff because you don't want to be fully present. The full version of you is the version that needs to breathe. People can't maintain and stay around people like that for too long. You can't. True story. Write this down real quick. Stop editing yourself for an audience committed to misunderstanding you. Stop editing yourself. Stop editing yourself. Point number four. We got one more and we're done. We got one more and we're done. You do not need everybody to understand you in order to be at peace with yourself. You don't need everybody to understand you. This is where your freedom begins. A lot of people, they're not trying to just be liked. They're trying to be understood. I think if you stop going around here and sometimes you want to be understood by everybody, I believe you'll heal faster. You want everybody to see your heart, and you want everybody to see your intentions, and you want people to understand why they move the way they move. They want everybody to understand that they are not trying to hurt anybody. Some people, they don't really care. That is human desire, though. I understand we all do it. Everybody wants to feel understood. But you cannot let the need to be understood become a prison. This is big business. I'm serious. This is big business. What is going on tonight? This is serious. I'm just saying. I could think over my lifetimes that I have been put in a prison mental prison, because I really cared about what people thought. Yep, especially when I was super religious. Cared what everybody thought. Well, you do things, and there's people right now on this live, right now, you have been doing things and you've done things because of what people thought about you. You wanted to be understood by everybody. There is people who will twist your words no matter how carefully you speak. There will be people who hear what they want regardless. There will be people who see what they want to see. So what do? You stop trying to manage what you can't control. You can't control how people perceive you. You just can't do it. You can't control what people whisper and say behind your back. You can't control it. You can't control what the version of the story they believe. You cannot control it. But you can control how much power their perception has over your peace. You can control that. You can control whether you keep over-explaining and whether you keep chasing their approval. Whether you keep trying to control you keep trying to control the narrative. Write this down real quick. Peace begins when you stop trying to manage a perception you never had control over. That's real peace. That's real peace. I ain't trying to tell you to stop caring how people, that's not, I want you to stay in the right mind. It don't mean that you stop caring how you affect people. It means that once you have checked your heart, you corrected what is real, you own what is yours, and you move with integrity now, you have to release what people think. You got to release that. You cool now. Yeah, sometimes I understand when people say, I know my heart. I understand when people say, I know what I meant. I know what I did and I didn't do. I like to hear that one. I know what I did. I know what I didn't do. You ever heard somebody going off and they telling you something? I know what I did. I know what I didn't do. All this other stuff they talking about, that wasn't me. Yeah. Write this down. The goal is not to become careless about how you affect people. The goal is to stop becoming controlled by how people perceive you. You can't let people's perceptions control you. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. The last point tonight, and then we're going to close this thing out. The last point. Somebody says, yeah, we teaching tonight. Once you get this, sometimes, man, it's just be something serious, when people are controlled by the thoughts of other people because they don't like you. You're controlled. You change because somebody don't like you. I think this is an issue. Point number 5, it says, the win is becoming more yourself, not more acceptable. The win is becoming more yourself, not more acceptable. How many want to win tonight? I want to win. Because the world will pressure you to become more acceptable, more quiet, and more agreeable. We see it in our news. We see it in social media. Everybody, when something happens and some big name come out in something situation, they just want you to agree. Somebody wants you to agree. They want you to be more agreeable, more convenient, more predictable, more controllable, more easy to digest. More like the version people prefer, who just do what they told. But see, healing is different. Healing does not make you more acceptable to everybody. Healing makes you more honest. Healing makes you more grounded, more aware, more discerning, more aligned. Healing makes you more yourself. And everybody is not going to like that version. Some people liked you better when you was insecure. Yep. At the moment they realize that you see yourself now, and they know that you look good, or they know that you confident now, they don't like that. Some people, they liked you better when you needed their approval. When you used to come and ask this person for their approval, they liked you then. But now, you don't need it. You don't need their approval no more, so they don't really like you like that no more. Some people liked you better when you did not have boundaries, because you was a yes man. Some people liked you better when you was always confused. In the moment you got clarity and truth, it's like, nah, I don't really fool with them no more. Some people liked you better when you were easy to guilt trip. Yeah, I'm just saying. Some people liked you better when you made yourself small enough for them to feel comfortable. But your healing cannot be measured by how many people approve you. I'm just saying. I don't care about how many people clapping for you. Your healing don't need an applause. No, your healing don't need an applause. You're becoming. I don't see people out there clapping every time a butterfly is coming out that shell. I don't see it. I don't see people clapping when I'm serious. Your healing, it don't need an applause to continue to become great. A lot of us, sometimes you be so hurt and you think your healing got to have people applauding you. No, sometimes it's dark, it's ugly, it's private. The healing is not convincing everybody that you're a good person. Just stay grounded. Just stay grounded. I'm just saying. Write this down real quick. Everybody is not going to like the healed, confident, and honest version of you. I say become that person anyway. Yeah, you got to become that person anyway. Everybody's not going to like that. I want you to drop the word be yourself. I want you to be yourself. I don't care who say they don't like you. Who cares? I only care what God thinks about me. If I'm pleasing in his eyesight and I'm really, showing a good example and being what he called me to be, and that's what I care about, because he's in control of everything. I'm treating people right. I'm being respectful. I'm being a peacemaker. I'm not a brawler, not looking for contention and not looking for problems. That's who I care about. I care what God cares about. Sometimes you care too much about what people think about. People become your God. Ain't no person finna become my God. I'm sorry. I can't do it. And that's what that's what's going on in a lot of churches. That's what goes on in a lot of marriages. That's what goes on in a lot of relationships. You want somebody, people be having this God-like figure in their life, and they believe what they say has to go. There's only one God. I'm just saying.